Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show, run by the fans for the fans. And you know what? Your opinion matters. Get them comments in. Come on, let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all. How are we feeling? How are we feeling today? 5 out of 5. Best start we've had ever in the whole of our history, in the whole of the club's history. Not playing well, but a win's a win. It doesn't matter. At this stage, we need to get out of the Championship. Are we going straight back up? That's going to be one of my questions. I've got a right rogues gallery on today. I'm going to bring them all on, one by one. Let's bring Mr. Negativity on. Let's see if he's any happier today. Reedy, are you all right, pal? How's it going, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let's bring Jono in, our Geordie correspondent. Jono, how are you, mate?
Not bad. I'm all good.
I'm good. Let's bring our sort of Welsh-ish correspondent on that doesn't live in Wales anymore. Morning, Locks. How are you, pal?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Are you negative? Are you positive this week?
Same as always, mate. Positive.
I mean, you said from the very beginning, Locks, didn't you? Oh, we're going to break the record. We've won 4 out of 4.
Yeah, we're breaking the points record, mate. I'm telling you.
Compared to this one, on my side here, saying, oh, no, we're not playing that well. We should be winning. Oh, yeah, we're winning, but it's not football. It's not that good. Reedy, come on, pal. You've got to be positive after yesterday's performance. I know it wasn't the best, but we got 3 points. That's all that matters, surely.
That is all that matters, mate. And like I say, you even called it out. We're not playing the best football at the moment, but it's working and we're winning games. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this week. Thought last week was a bit of a dodgy performance, but this week was a bit better, and I'm just glad we got the win again, last minutes.
What improved from last week to this week, then, pal? In your mind,
I don't know, because I think it's been a carbon copy the last 4 weeks of how we've been playing. Good first half. We got the early goal yesterday, which was a better thing for us this week. And then second half, we did, I wouldn't say crumble, but we did look our normal selves like the last 4 weeks. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that we're doing exactly the same each week, where we're doing really well in the first half, implementing our game, and the second half, the opponents always seem to come on to us, and it kind of hits us.
Locks, I'll come on to that question in a minute. Jono, I think the difference was when Vardy came on. I think we were playing too erratically in that, but then Vardy came on, Jono, and he seemed to calm it down a bit, which is unusual for him, and bring everything back together.
It's a lot more passing, that he's trying to assist more than trying to take the glory for himself. He was trying to pass out wide and get players involved in the game instead of him just trying to run at the fence, which was important. And, you know, since he came on, you know, that great, you know, he was part of the set with the Dewsbury Hall, great cross for the second goal. So I agree, like, he came on and then settled it down, got the passing around and led to the goal.
So, Locks, what did Joe say, the Leeds fan, then, was wrong?
Yeah, well, look, listen, if I thought Leicester would lose the game, I wouldn't have had him on my show on Thursday night. It was all a part of the plan. I knew he was going to chat rubbish and say Leicester were going to lose. That's why I brought him on. But no, he thought 1-0 Rotherham. Look, I see a lot of Championship fans from other clubs saying, they think Leicester are going to win the league. But there are a certain few out there that say, they think Leicester are going to struggle and all of this. And I've seen some say, Leeds and Southampton are only going to get better. So are we. We're going to get better, but we're still winning games now. Obviously, Leeds won yesterday, Southampton won yesterday, but they haven't won all the games like us. I just think, mate, honestly, I can't explain how excited for the rest of the season I am. I know we're not winning pretty at the minute, but as I said on your show last week, there is a reason we are scoring late goals. That's four games in a row now, league games. It's because the way that we're playing in the first 80 minutes of the game, it's tiring them out. They have to make substitutes and they have to bring players on that, let's be honest, these teams we're playing against, their first starting 11 is nothing compared to ours. So when they're bringing players off on the bench, they're nowhere near the level of our players. And they're having to bring them on, and we're forcing mistakes. They're tired, and we're bringing on the likes of Vardy. Yeah, and especially when you bring on Vardy, Casadei, whoever else, even like the Cov game, I think Albrighton came on. We're just too much for them, mate. And we're winning the league. I don't care what anyone says. We're winning the league.
Well, I've been saying it, a bit of tongue-in-cheek. We're going to win it without losing a game.
Yeah.
And the first week I went, we've still got 45 games to go. Now we've only got 42 games to go, and we haven't dropped a point yet. There's only us and Man City in the whole 92 not to drop a point as of yet. Man City play. Who did they play today? Sheffield United. They could lose today. That would do us a favour. And then we're the only team out of 92. Reedy, you've got to be positive about this now. The new signing came in last night. Eunice Agun, is that how you pronounce it?
Agun, yep.
Agun.
Read it. What do you think? Where will he play? Will it be for McAteer? Because he's shown signs. He's come in and he's shown signs. It looks like Enzo isn't afraid of dropping people, even if they're doing well. Like Marcel, he dropped him after scoring, even though he didn't play that well last week. Surely you can't drop McAteer and bring this.
It's like Pep. It's like Pep.
I don't want to be mean on McAteer, but I think he will take his place. I saw at times yesterday, before he even scored a goal, that I thought that he was struggling a tiny bit. Yes, he scored 2 goals, so fair play to him, he did well. But I thought before we scored, I did think he was struggling a little bit in that position, because I don't think he's an actual out-and-out winger, is he? So maybe he comes in for him, but scoring 2 goals may give him the chance to play against.
He's saying he's not an out-and-out winger. He's gone down the right, then he's cut in, and he's buried it into the top.
Fair play to him, but I just don't think he is an out-and-out winger who we actually probably need out there. Like a Mavadidi, which we can see is an out-and-out winger. I think, like I say, Marcel and McAteer can do a job there, but I think that someone like Atgun has come in to be used on that wing.
But Jono, we've scored 7 league goals, Jono, and not one has been from a striker yet. They've all been from wingers or midfielders. But the good point about them 7 league goals, 5 of them goals are being scored by academy players, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Do you think we need a striker up top?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay. I was expecting a bit more of an answer than just yes. But go on.
The good thing is that we're getting goals from other sources. Like, we're not... it's not like we've done a striker, we're doomed because we can't score goals. We're getting goals. However, we can't always rely on the wingers and the midfielders to get the goals. So we need a striker to fully guarantee we're going to get goals. We need a lethal striker. We need a proper striker to complement Iheanacho just to get the goals.
Yeah. So I didn't expect you to go down that route. So do you think... Is Nacho the man, or do you think we need... are you honestly saying that Vardy and Nacho, it looks like Daka might be going to...
No, I shouldn't play. Daka needs to go. He's not even good for Championship. I'm sorry.
He's good enough for Bournemouth to spend 25 million on him, though, but he's not good enough for the Championship.
But then we'll take 25 million off Bournemouth. Then But if he does well for Bournemouth, then good on him. But he's... We just need a striker. We just need a striker.
Locks,
Because
what do you think?
we've got the midfielders. We need another. We need 2 more players, a striker and a centre back. That's all we need.
Do you think we need a centre back with Connor Cody coming in, Locks, when he's fit?
Yes.
It looks like we're interested in that Taylor Harwood-Bellis, obviously. But I don't know. It's tough. I think
we've got 3 players. We've got Vestergaard, we've got FaZe, and we've got Cody. That's it.
We've got James Justin. James Justin can play centre back. Doyle can play centre back. Nelson, I know he's obviously unproven, but Nelson.
But this is the problem having last season. We're moving too many players in different positions. We need players for that position and that position only.
I think we've worked out, Jono, what the back 4 is going to be. I think it's the inverted.
We've had more games this season than last season, and last season we got so many injuries and so much depth problem. We need 4 centre backs, 2, and rotate them. We can't have 3. We need another one.
I don't think we will be actively pursuing a centre back. I just think there's still talk of Fass. Tottenham are interested in Fass, apparently. So we need to have someone lined up in case someone goes.
27th, so we've got 4 or 5 days left, don't we? The transfer window.
Is it Friday or is it Sunday? Is it Friday?
No, it's the last day of August, 11 o'clock or last day of August. Whatever. So 4 or 5 days.
Just answering your question, Jamie, about striker. I don't think we will now, if I'm honest. I think Perot was the one to get if we were going to get anyone, but that's gone now. Whether that's Rudkin not being able to get the deal over the line or whether it's just we didn't actually want him that much. But somebody put Man City won the league without a recognised striker. That's it. This system isn't relying on
striking.
This system isn't reliant on an out-and-out, on a goal scorer, 20 goals a season striker. It's not. That's why Iheanacho is starting games, because Maresca would rather someone who can drop back a little bit, keep the ball. He didn't do it very well yesterday, albeit, but keep the ball well, lay people off, lay the advanced 8s who are bombing forward, the wingers. So I don't think we will go for a striker. Maybe we'll get someone for depth if Daka goes. Maybe we'll get someone who won't be a starter. I don't know, but I don't think we'll be buying like a starter striker, a star striker this summer. To be honest with you, I think the aim is probably one more midfielder, if I'm honest, but I could be wrong.
I think we still need a couple out, don't we, before we can get any in. I know Lewis Bunt's gone, but I don't know. I don't know how it works from now on. Who goes? It's going to be a worrying 5 days, Reedy, do you think, to see who stays and who goes?
Well, as I think at the moment, with the team and how it's looking, I don't think we do need anyone extra unless people do go. That's the issue. If Daka goes, you bring a new striker replacement in. If you lose a defender, you bring a new defender in. It all depends on who we lose now.
Sorry, Reedy, sorry. That comment is the best comment ever. For me, in particular, why do City insist on buying players that can't pronounce? Why can't we have players like Smith or Jones? It'd be damn sight easier for me.
Because they'll have all the boring players who don't know what they're doing.
Reedy, you were there yesterday. We had to, me, Jono, and Locks had to watch it on TV. What was it like in the crowd yesterday? What was the feeling? And what could you tell how people were feeling about the season going on? Because the away fans sort of tell you something different more than the home fans, don't they?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think the atmosphere of the ground was good. Obviously, it wasn't great to see that first goal going for them, which luckily got cancelled out. I'm not too sure what actually went wrong there.
Offside.
Offside.
Wasn't it handball?
I didn't even see. Everyone's got something different. Someone said that somebody got pushed to the keeper. So there were so many different things that went wrong. But I'm surprised the linesman flag didn't go up, because that was one where it was like, well, the ref's going over to him. We don't have a clue what's going on. And then he somehow just let it get disallowed. So we're glad it's done. But from there, obviously, McAteer got that good Bruin header off from Kel's cross, which was good. And yeah, I'd say early goal kind of gave the mood to the fans, and I think it was a good atmosphere for the away ground. So yeah, I'm happy, and I'm glad we got the result again in the end.
And because we know your love for Vestergaard, Reedy.
Oh, he's been brilliant.
But yeah, I think he took a bit of unwarranted comments yesterday because I don't think the goal was his fault. Because I know he's about 6'10", but the ball was about 2 foot above him.
Well, it's like the ball.
I think it's like the ball behind him that should have made more of an impression on the fullback running through. But I do think Vestergaard has taken some unwarranted comments just recently because he's brought in the side. He hasn't played the league game for 18 months. And I don't think he's done anything wrong. He hasn't done anything majorly right, but he hasn't done anything wrong that deserves. I think everyone's still thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. People were blaming him still for when he came on the pitch late on in games last year or the year before that and conceded and lost the game. It's not down to him all the time. And I was going to say it's like the ball for McAtee's second goal. It was just high enough for it to beat their last defender into McAtee's feet. So it was the same for that one. It was just high. It's just too tall for Vestergaard, and it came into just the stride of one of their players headed the ball in the net, and it was a good header. I don't think the keeper would have been able to save it. So it was just unfortunate that we did concede that sort of goal because they were doing it all game. They were just crossing for fun all game. So it's just a difficult one to say because we probably didn't deserve to concede, but we did. We just unfortunately did, and it's going to happen all season.
Yeah. Do you agree this one, Locks? The comment from Tom that Vestergaard would be the new scapegoat, Locks?
I don't think the goal was entirely his fault. I think he could have done a little bit more, but yeah, I don't think you can blame him. I think Doyle was just as at fault. But yeah, Vestergaard will be probably the scapegoat. Just obviously from last season, I'm still seeing people online now, even after winning four league games out of 4, people saying, "Oh, get him out of my club and stuff." I was like, why would you say that about someone who, would you say that about who started the season well? I don't know.
Well, Jamie Vardy hasn't scored a goal yet. Would you get him out of the club because he hasn't scored?
Yeah,
exactly. He's still living on legendary status with him.
Exactly. And to be fair, what I want to say is he's Vardy. I just love it, mate. I love this role. As long as he's that, obviously with Vardy, it's hard to tell whether he's happy to be that, guy just coming off the bench for the last 25 minutes. Hopefully he's kind of, because you do see some football players, I know it's a different level, but like Ronaldo, for example, who sometimes don't really accept that they are at the end of their careers. And I just hope that Vardy kind of understands his role now because he's done it great. Like the Cardiff game as well, last week when he came off the bench, for the last however many minutes, played a big part, and the same yesterday. So, yeah, I'm really happy with Vardy.
Yeah. Jono, what do you think on Vestergaard? I can't remember which way you swing on Vestergaard.
I mean, I can't select a player who's not doing anything majorly wrong, can you? Because that is scapegoating. He's blaming every goal we can see in our player. So,
Bertrand, Man United. Can you imagine that? That's just come to me now. Andy Meadows has said that. Man United, Ryan Bertrand.
And
they are, aren't they? Mark Goldbridge the other day was absolutely apoplectic, weren't he, when he saw that? Jesus.
But Vestergaard, I think he's like, as you've said, he's not been playing out of this world like world beats defender, but yet he's not making these massive mistakes that's costing his goals. So he's doing his job and he's doing it well. Yes, I would replace him for Cody as soon as he comes back, but
I don't agree with that. I think if Vestergaard's been in that team for 10 weeks in a row, winning games near enough every week, you don't just drop him like that. I'm sorry, you don't. As much as Cody might be a good player, you don't drop a winning backline, do you? We've had that with Wes Morgan and Hoof. You don't drop a winning backside.
Well, sorry, Jay, I just wanted to add to that. Sorry, because it falls back to what you said earlier about like Madivadua being dropped, obviously after scoring against Cardiff. Obviously, I don't want to compare Maresca to Pep Guardiola too much, but there's a well-known saying about Pep Guardiola online is Pep Roulette, because he'll just switch it up. He'll just switch it up for absolutely no reason sometimes. And I think that's what will happen. I think that is what will happen. Even if we win 7 out of 7 games, in a few weeks' time, I think it wouldn't surprise me if he makes a change here and there which, you know, when the week before those players coming out were really good. So it will happen. And yesterday was a good example of that. Madavadua being dropped, and not even on the bench. You know what I mean? Not even on the bench. It's savage, if anything, but it will happen.
It will happen. I mean, it's a squad game nowadays, isn't it? It's a squad game. There's going to be people that play the parts. There's going to be some people that don't play the parts. We've just got to wait and see what happens. But I mean, honestly, I'm quite happy at the minute. I know we're not, like I said at the start, we're not playing the best, but we've got 4 wins out of 4, and we've got the next round of the cup. What more do people want? To be honest, Reedy, what
Maybe
more? You're the one who keeps saying you want more. What more do you actually want?
Thing is, I was saying on the bus on the way in that we want to be battering teams. You want to be winning 3 or 4-0 instead of being these 1-0 win, like kind of goal difference games where you do win still. But I think it's just about making sure we get this creativity flowing, because at the moment, I think that's the one thing that is lacking. I think the creativity isn't great. And I think if we can start being a bit more flowing with the attacking force, I think we will score a lot more. And that's the one thing that I think we do need to.
We need another. We need to fix one other thing, and that's set pieces. We must fix set pieces. Because last we conceded to Coventry.
Yesterday wasn't really a set piece, was it?
The corner.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was a cross.
What their goal? No, it was just
the disallowed. The disallowed one.
The disallowed one. Yeah, sorry. I
so if that was given, that's a goal conceded. So we're still conceding. Thing is, like, we're awful defending set pieces, but we need to get that sorted, I feel.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why my phone's blowing up this morning. It never normally does. I forgot what I was going to say now. Right. Don't matter. Forget about that. I mean, I couldn't really pick a man of the match yesterday. It was hard to actually pin down one person to be man of the match.
Oh, I think you've got to give it. I think you've just got to give it to one person, haven't you? It's the only one you can give it to.
Apart from McAteer with his 2 goals. But
it's the only one you can give.
Would there be anybody else that you could give it to? That was outstanding, because I don't think there was anybody other than the goals that made a huge impression on me yesterday.
I won't agree. I think the only probably one I could probably say is Winks, but I think it's just because he does the job well. I think he just does the job week in, week out well. So I think he just gets put in that name for every single week. But
yeah, so I think everyone else, someone's put Faze, they've put McAteer. I think he's got to go. Like I say, the McAteer scored the 2 goals. He was a bit lucky with the second one, because his first touch was good, and then his second and third one were a little.
He was going to shoot, weren't he? He was going to shoot.
Then he cut back on his left foot, and it absolutely superb finish. It was a bit lucky with his second and third touches, but he had the ball sort of under control, space, put it in the back of the net, which is what we want to do, and get the 3 points. But going on to the next game, Tranmere. It's a cup game. What do you think, lads? Tuesday night up in Liverpool not in Liverpool. It's on the Wirral, isn't it? What do you think? Lots of changes or a few changes?
I want to see Atgun start, just to, if he can, have a good performance. It gives him a little bit of confidence as well. Casadei, maybe, give him a full 90 minutes, or at least, 70 minutes. I think he was really good when he came on. A couple obviously like errors here and there, but that's just to be expected. He's in a new team. He just came off the bench. So, but going forwards, he looks really good, mate, to be fair.
I think they'll take the keeper. I think it'll be Jacob Stiglar, how he pronounce it, Polish lad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'll rotate the whole team.
I wouldn't do the whole team.
I don't think you can do the whole team.
You saw it, Burton. He didn't do that.
My problem is Winks. I don't think we are anywhere near the team we are without Winks. And I don't know what to do, but I don't know what we're going to do about that, because I've not I just think when he's not on the, I mean, it was only against Burton for the last what was it, 20 minutes against Burton, he came off, and we couldn't play out. It was like a completely different team. I think we might struggle without him. And I think it might be a little bit of a dilemma for Maresca, because Hamza has done all right when he's come on, but he isn't Winks. Yeah, he isn't Winks. So
Ross, who was it? Tell me who it was. Don't just say I saw one of your mates. That doesn't mean a thing. I know loads of people that will go in. Yeah, it's two different types of player. And if Winks was to get injured, we haven't got that replacement. The only one that would be the old Dennis Pratt, but he's injured at the minute. Yeah. So I don't know. It's difficult to replace Harry Winks with what we've got at the moment.
But I would rather rest him for this game.
Yes.
And for the league, I don't like for this year. I don't care about cups. I don't care about the FA Cup or the EFL Cup. I just want to get at the Championship. If that means rest all our team to rest for against Hull will be the most difficult game this season so far. We must beat Hull, because after that we've got Southampton, then Norwich. So I'd rather rest players this game and get that win.
Because we've got Tranmere, then we've got Hull,
Southampton, and Norwich
away on the Friday night.
Yep, brilliant. Can't wait for that.
That's going to be so tough. That's going to be tough.
Southampton.
Yeah, Southampton away will be a tough game.
I think we'll win.
That's the first game at this season where you probably would say
we're going to lose.
We might struggle with.
It's the first challenging game. Definitely the first challenging game.
I disagree. I thought Coventry was challenging. I thought Coventry was very challenging.
If you say it like that, I think every game was challenging because we nearly drew them all.
Not on paper. On paper, yes, but actually playing the game, I think Southampton, the first 6 to 8 games, Southampton, you look at that fixtures, Southampton, and then we've got Norwich shortly afterwards, haven't we? I think.
Norwich is the week after, yeah.
The next week, I think the game after, isn't it? They're going to be the challenging 2 fixtures.
But if you look at Southampton, they've sold all their best players. They're selling Adams very soon.
They're in third though, Jono.
Yeah, but they're selling a lot of their. I'm not saying it's going to be very tough, but they're selling a lot of their really, really main players.
Well, we've sold Madison and Barnes, and we're still.
Yeah, we knew they were going to leave. Like everyone knew. Every manager.
Everyone knew Ward-Prowse was going to leave. Everyone knew all their better players were going to leave.
Yeah, but
basically the same position as
us. Have they replaced them though? Have they replaced them?
Che Adams leaving and Nathan Teller's leaving, and they're big losses because I don't think they fully expected them to go.
As well.
I think the 2 toughest games will be. I think the toughest game will be Norwich. From what I'm seeing of them so far, I think they've
scored loads.
They've scored a lot of goals. Southampton, I'm still not convinced of Southampton. They can pass it around. I mean, when Rodgers was sacked and we were linked with Russell Martin, I was told by so many people that Russell Martin is the second coming of Brendan Rodgers. Look, I think they'll go up.
Celtic fans love him now.
I think Southampton will go up, but I don't think they're. I think Leeds in a few weeks' time, after a few more weeks of their new signings coming in and stuff, I think they'll be absolutely clear of Southampton. But I think eventually Leeds will come good. But they're the only team now that I look at and think I don't think they'll win the league, but I'm saying the only team that might, with our style of play and their style of play, that might be the hardest game of the season. But yeah,
what, Norwich away?
Yeah,
no, Norwich and Leeds.
When you've got Norwich and Southampton back-to-back games both away, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's why we must beat Hull, and that's why we must rest our whole team for Tranmere Rovers. That's why.
I'm not sure that's the whole team. He'll make 6 or 7 changes, Jono. Banging the table ain't going to make him change any more than the whole team, pal. So come on then, Jono. What do you think? Tranmere, we won't do the Hull score because Tranmere's first. You think there's going to be a load of changes, but do you think we're going to win the game though, Jono?
I think it's going to. I'm going to go for standard result 2-1.
2-1 away. All right, Jono, we shall speak to you next week, pal.
See you later.
See you later, mate. Locks, Tranmere away. What do you think? Win, lose, draw. Well, you can't draw, but win or lose. Penalties, what?
I think it's going to be the first 4-0 of the season.
Ooh, confidence from Locks. Confidence.
Yes. And I did say that about Rotherham. So,
did you?
Take it with us. So,
right. You sort of made a bit of a boo-boo there, didn't you?
But no, I think we'll score more than 2. I think we'll score more than 2. That's the main thing. Yeah, like you said, 6, 7 changes, something like that. Probably Vardy starting, Cassidy, hopefully. I want to see a full, like I said, maybe not 90 minutes, but 70 minutes.
What he can do for at least a good hour on the park, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it helps confidence.
And then get drawn against Man City away at the next round of the Cup.
Wouldn't surprise me. We'd be drawn against Burton if we hadn't already knocked them out. So because obviously we love being drawn against Burton. But yeah, it'll be Burton or it'll be Man City probably. Yeah, you're right.
It will be. All right then, Locks. We shall see you through the week, pal. Be good. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Catch you later.
Reader, are you going? Are you managing to go up to the Wirral on Tuesday night?
Yeah, of course I am.
So come on then. What do you think? Changes and results?
I think changes. I think we'll bring Marcel back in for McAteer. I think Vardy. I'd want to see Daka start, but he's not going to. So I think Vardy will start. Like I say, Cassidy. Maybe someone instead of Mavadidi. I think maybe you'd not risk him. I don't know. And then obviously the back line, other than maybe 1 or 2, you probably wouldn't change much. Maybe you would bring the youngster defender in. And then obviously Jacob in goal. But I think we will win. And I think we'll win 3-0. I think it'll be one of the easier games of the lot.
Hold on a minute. Jono's waving his hand like him.
I want to answer to Fee. The reason why we didn't do a low watch along was because no one was here. Michael was watching a Sounders game. Elijah had a conference to go to, and I had my family round. Therefore, no one was there to do the watch along, so we couldn't do it. We will do watch along on Tuesday. I won't be in it, but next weekend's game against Hull, there will be a watch along.
Right, well said,
Jeff.
Jono.
See you later.
Well, cheers, Jeff. See you later.
Remove myself.
Well, don't do that. It confuses me, especially on a Sunday morning. Well, I'm going to go for a win. I can't go for a normal 2-2 draw because that means it will go to penalties. But yeah, I think there'll be 6 or 7 changes, to be honest, pal. We can't keep playing the same team over and over again. But yeah, I think we'll win 2-3-0, to be honest. Grind them down and get the goals late in the game. I think that's how it will work once again. I think that's what we're going to be doing this year, ain't we, Reader? Grind the team down and score lots of late goals.
Exactly,
Well,
that's how
Reader,
it's been working.
We shall speak to you later. Be good. Cheers, pal. There's Reedy. Well, there we go. We got 5 from 5. What more do people want? You let me know. What do you want? Do you want more than 5 from 5? 4 in the league? The best ever start ever? Enzo Maresca, first manager ever to win his first 5 games from the start of a season. Craig Shakespeare won his first 6. Can he equal it on, even though it was mid-season, but Craig Shakespeare won the first 6. Can Enzo equal it with a win against Tranmere and then beat it against Hull? We shall see. Cheers for joining me. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Arrivederci. Come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.